In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to make $30,000 a month profit as a solo videographer without stressing about where your next deal is coming from and without taking on cheap clients that you don't even want to work with. And after taking over 175 plus videographers to over $30,000 a month, we've dialed in this system that works the first time, every time, no matter what stage you're at as a videographer. And once you dial in this exact system I'm about to break down for you, your income will skyrocket. I will show you how to get more jobs, charge more per job, and finally pick and choose which clients you actually want to work with. Just like my client Trevor, who scaled from $5,000 a month to over $35,000 a month in the last 3 months implementing this exact system. So if you actually want to scale your business to $30,000 a month profit, we have to break down what problem you're dealing with every single week. And that problem is lead acquisition. Basically, you don't have enough leads coming your way, which means that you take on any job that you can get and you're basically looked down upon by clients. Clients look at you, they're like, who is the cheapest option in the city? And that's who they pick. They don't see the value in you. They see you as the cheapest option. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to script an ad, how to launch an ad, and how to have it profitable day one so you can have clients coming to you within days of launching it. And this allows you to finally pick and choose who you're going to work with. And here's the thing, many of you think that ads are too expensive or they don't work. Yeah, if you do it the wrong way, but lucky for you, in this video I'm going to break down exactly how to make it profitable day one. And here's the thing, you might be relying on referrals, you might be cold DM, cold outreaching. That is an absolutely brutal way to grow your business because you are always chasing, right? If you want to be one of those people that is always chasing after business, be my guest. That is not who this channel is for. That is not who this video is for. But if you're one of those entrepreneurs, one of those videographers that is finally trying to break through and have leads coming to them, because guess what? When a lead comes to you, they see you as an authority. But when you keep coming to them and you keep following up with leads that don't even want your service, they just look at you as an annoying videographer. And here's the second thing, it's not as complex as people make it seem to be. Yes, it is not easy, but once you have the proven framework and the proven audience and the proven setting framework, it becomes very, very simple. And one of the best parts is you can launch an ad within 24 hours and have leads coming your way. And guys, here's the thing, you can start with a small budget. My client Trevor, he spent $400 last month on ads and turned it into $26,000. And so some of you thinking that you need some big budget to start with ads, you're absolutely wrong. And let me prove it to you in this video and show you why this works the first time, every time, if you follow every single step I'm about to break down. But before I show you how to actually launch the ad creative that brings you leads every single day, you first need a script, right? A script that is proven, a script that follows a proven framework that works every single time. And lucky for you, again, I'm about to give it to you guys. And so here is the proven framework for profitable local Instagram ads. Your first line, aka the hook, needs to be location plus audience call out. Every single time. Do not get fancy with this, okay? So basically what this would look like is, so you're a service-based business here in Boca Raton, Florida. Insert location, doesn't matter, right? So you call out the location and the audience in the first line every single time, and this needs to be very, very, very direct. And once you got their attention, you need to keep their attention. So the second thing you need to do is press on a pain point. The second line is a pain point that the business is dealing with. What are pain points that your clients are dealing with, right? One is they don't have brand awareness. Two is they don't have leads coming their way. Three is they're relying on outdated strategies like Google, Yelp, or whatever it is, right? And you could solve these problems for them. And so you want to call out and press on that pain so you can keep their attention. And what does that look like? So you're a service-based business here in Boca Raton, Florida, and your biggest problem is you don't have enough new leads coming every single day, and this stresses you out month after month after month. That is a pain that you press on, and that is something that keeps them up at night. Here's the thing you need to understand. The best working ads make people feel something. People buy with emotion, and then they justify with logic. So if you want more sales, touch on the pain they are feeling, right? And so now that you have the hook, and then you have the pain point. So what is next? The third step is a desired outcome. So what are they trying to achieve? They want more leads, they want a successful business, they want to become the best known business here in town, they want to just take over the competition. So how do you talk about that in the ad? How do you make it resonate with them as well? So you should hit on two extremes. One is the pain that keeps them up at night, and one is their dream. What is their dream outcome that they're trying to get to as a business, right? What do they want? They want more money. They want a better life. They want more freedom. They actually want to go to their kids' soccer practice, right? And so you as a videographer, you need to get out of your videographer head and think about it as a business owner. What do they want? What true problem are you trying to solve? They don't want some cool video from you, dude. They don't want that. They want results. They want leads coming to them every single day. And so now that you talked about their desired outcome and you understand what that business owner truly wants, that third line will look like something like this. So if you want to become the #1 business here in town, you need one local Instagram ad just like this one. They'll bring you new leads every single day, right? That is a desired outcome. And the fourth line is always social proof. If you don't have any, it's kind of brutal at first, but if you have at least one client win, you are golden. I have all of my clients start off with a proven line for social proof. That is, this exact same strategy has helped 100+ local service businesses become the best known business here in town. That social proof is amazing, but here's the thing, they're not saying I did it. That's my clients, they're able to use those results. And so you guys, if you have some social proof, insert it in the ad. This will make you a way more of an authority in your city. And the last step is CTA, right? When you have a call to action, one CTA, and it is always follow me for more information. Do not be like, message me, text me, snap me. Dude, like, what do you, like, I see so many ads out there that have 20 CTAs, which then get you a really crappy result because people don't like to think, right? When you have one CTA and it's like, give me a follow here on Instagram. People just follow you, right? It's not that complicated. And so a lot of you guys overcomplicate this thing. Your CTA and your caption needs to be the same exact thing. Your call to action in the video and then your CTA in the comment, right, in the actual description, both need to be the same exact thing. Incongruency. I see so many people butchering this and putting DM me this or follow me and then DM me this. Bro, you're going to lose so much money if you do it this way. And so to give you guys exactly what this looks like, it is market call out and location, pain point to keep their attention, and then desired outcome. What are they trying to achieve? And then social proof, and then a CTA, one simple CTA. And this works the first time, every time, guys. So now that you have a proven ad framework, let's talk about where you're actually gonna record this ad. My advice is don't record it in your office. You wanna record it in a spot in the city everyone recognizes. If you wanna have the cheapest cost per follower and the cheapest leads, which leads to the cheapest cost per sale, then you wanna have it recorded in a place in the city that every single person recognizes. That way, when you call out the city, they automatically see it and they recognize you as an authority in their city. They're going to see your ad every single day, which makes them understand that, hey, this guy is local. He understands my exact market, which makes this so much easier to sell. Imagine how easy it is to sell a prospect when you're like 5 miles away from them. It's very, very simple and they trust you a whole lot more. So make sure that they see the city in the background, whether it's a well-known spot, a stadium, a mall, I don't care. Something that people will recognize if they live in that city. And here's the truth. As I look at my calendar, I'm like, damn, 2025 is almost over. And this year flew by. And most of you videographers did not hit your goals. And it's because you're missing the #1 thing, which is acquisition dialed in, leads coming in every single day. And so if you haven't dialed this in and you want a shortcut where you want a proven ad, a proven framework, a proven offer, a proven B2C setting framework, and a proven way to actually generate leads every single day on autopilot, and actually shortcut this process the right way, then book in a call down below if you're trying to scale up. And so guys, let's break down exactly how to launch this proven ad now that you've recorded an ad that absolutely is going to crush. So now that you know how to script the ad and you know where to record the ad, let's break down the audience you need, how this funnel works, and exactly how to launch it step by step so you guys can have leads coming to you within days of launching this exact funnel. And here's the thing, you need to understand that your Instagram account is no longer just some fun Instagram account. It's not where you just talk to your friends anymore. It is now an actual funnel that brings your business leads every single day. And so if you're going to treat it as a funnel, make sure that every single thing is dialed in. Your bio is optimized with any social proof that you have, with the avatar that you're truly helping. You want to have client wins right here. So if you go check out my client wins, I have thousands of client wins that are videographers just like you, winning every single day. Josh, $7,500 PIF, pay in full. Trevor, $6,000 pay in full, $6,000 deal, $10,000 deal, $6,000, whatever. You guys can scroll until your fingers get tired. Trevor, first 25 days, 400 spent, $26,000. Like, guys, you can go through and scroll through this, but I want you to understand this needs to be an actual funnel. And so this needs to be dialed in. This needs to be a photo of your face. That way people see who they're actually buying from and following. This needs to be social proof. and then you launch your ad as a reel. And once you have this, you now can go and create your audience. You do this audience creation in Business Meta Suite, not Ads Manager, okay? So let me show you exactly how to create the audience. And so you don't want to mess with Ads Manager. I run all my ads on here, and I'm running about $60,000 a month on ads, but that is not where you want to run ads. Most videographers think that they need to be touching Ads Manager. No. You launch and you create your audience on Business Meta Suite. And so let me break down what this looks like. And so you're on Business Meta Suite, which is business.facebook.com, and then you create ad. You go here, and this takes you right here, and you should have your Instagram connected. So you see this, boost Instagram content. And this is what's going to allow you to go and create your actual audience. And there's 3 types of audiences, right? And so you can go and take any one of your posts, any post, just hit boost. All right, cool. So now it'll take you to this page right here where you see audience, right? When you see audience, you now go and create new audience. Here's the thing, you're going to name it what your city is. And so you're going to name it, I live in Boca Raton, Florida. So Boca Raton Market, right? I'm going to give you guys 2 examples of what this looks like. Gender, you want to do all, always, right? Gender, all. Age, my advice is go 22 to 60. You don't want to go too young. You don't want to go too old, right? Your avatar is not going to be 65 years old and clicking like this and trying to make some social media content. So 60 years old is what we found is the cap. 22 is like the youngest, so we don't just attract a bunch of brokies and a bunch of people that just got out of high school and want to start a business and need some video help, right? And then this is very, very important. So depending on where you're at, you want to go from 8-mile radius to 35-mile radius. It depends on where you're at. Let me give you an example. Los Angeles. Right? Los Angeles market, right? Or LA, you want to go city, right? And then if I'm in Los Angeles, I am not running an ad in Los Angeles. I am going to go and hit one of these pockets because this is such a massive city. And so if you're in a bigger city, you don't want to just hit all of LA because now you're hitting like 30, 40 million people and your ad is not going to be seen by, you're not going to take over a city that fast with that kind of audience, especially if you're starting off with a smaller budget. You want to go over one city. And so say for instance, you're in Santa Clarita. What you're going to want to do is drop a pin, and then you want to exit out of this one, and then you're going to want to go, I'd say about 11 miles for Santa Clarita, right? 11 miles. Do you see how it's going into this other city, San Fernando? What I'd want to do is go a little bit north. Boom. I take out this one. I take out this one. And then I'll go 11 miles so I don't go into San Fernando too much. I got all of Santa Clarita. So that's what you want to do when you're in a larger city that you want to really hone in on one specific niche. If you're in a city like, say, Columbus, Ohio, right? Columbus, Ohio, that's where I grew up. And you want to go to city always, right here, all right? And if I know, since I'm in Columbus, I used to live in Columbus, I know that this is the more wealthy part versus this part, right? And so what I'd want to do is I'd want to drop a pin and have it be like up here, so it's a little bit more northern, and then I'll probably go 20 miles. But you see how I'm hitting more of this northern part because I know it's more wealthy versus the southern part because I know that this is like Hicksville and this goes into like whatever, right? And so here's the thing, I want to hit this part, and so I'm going to go, let's just say, boom, I hit Delaware because I know this is an expanding city. I could hit my audience there. And so you know your city best, right? But this is how I want you to start thinking about it. And so this is how I would set up your audience. And then let me give you another example. I'm in Boca Raton, Florida. So I want to get very specific on Boca Raton. See how I'm doing. If I do 25 miles, I'm hitting Fort Lauderdale. I'm hitting West Palm. I can't become an expert in 5 cities at once. No, that's not how it works with local ads. You want to become an expert in one city. So what I'm probably going to do is go 12-mile radius and hit here, here, and then you always want to turn this off. Reach more people likely to respond. I don't like Meta changing up my audiences, testing different things. We don't want that, right? And so now that we have this dialed in, Boca Raton market, gender all, 22 to 60, boom, perfect. And then we go here. This is very important. Business and finance. You don't want to go and overload this with interest. Most people make this mistake where they'll go like HVAC business and contractor and like they'll overload it, and basically what they think they're doing is like feeding Meta roofing contractor and this and this and this, and they think they're feeding Meta like who we want to like attract. But the truth is Meta knows. Meta's smart, right? If my ad calls out home businesses or service businesses, they understand who we're trying to attract. And so what you're actually doing by feeding it 20 different interests or even 10 different interests, it's going to cut it down to about 500,000 people, which will choke your audience. And what I mean by this is you say you'll run an ad for a month or two and it'll fatigue faster when you have a smaller audience. And so you want to avoid that. So you just do business and finance and then turn off Advantage Plus. I don't like Advantage Plus on local markets. On national markets, this works really, really well. On local markets, not so much. And then you want to save audience. Okay, now that you have this ready to go, what you're going to do is you're going to go to your actual ad, and here's how to launch the actual creative. You are going to go here, and you are going to say, this is the ad. You post it as a reel, you have the exact caption, and make sure that the caption is spelled correctly, okay? Because once you launch an ad and it's approved, you can't go back and edit the caption. And so we come here, I turn off Advantage Plus Creative, I go here, I find my audience, right? And so let's just say it's the, whatever, Boca Raton market. Boom, all right? And then you want to run the ad continuously. Don't choose when the ad will end, because here's the thing. You don't want your ad going through a learning curve over and over and over. When it goes through this learning process, it takes a lot of time and it wastes a lot of money. And so run this ad continuously. My advice is run the ad at $30 to $35 a day. This is a good starting budget because your goal is to close at least 2 clients in your first month. Right? And if you launch your ads profitably and you have the right offer, you can close 2 high-ticket deals within your first month. You spend $1,000, you can make $12,000 back cash collected. Very, very simple. All my clients do it. If not, they make a lot more. And so once you have this in place, you then can run ad. And so let me give you a little quick overview. Make sure it's the right Instagram account. Make sure it's the right audience. Run ad continuously, $35 a day. All placements, Instagram, and you go to publish. And then once you have this published, you are good to go. And it'll say pending or in review for about 2-3 hours. And then within the next 6 hours, you should start having leads coming to you every single day. And it's freaking awesome. Now you can scale your business on autopilot. And here's the results that you can expect. And so here's the thing. I want you to go Google, after watching this video, HVAC business, Boca Raton. Whatever your city is, I don't care. Go look at how many service businesses there are. And this is just HVAC, right? I can scroll. Every red dot is a business. I refresh it, another 50 pop up. And so here's the thing. What you can expect is all these businesses to start following your page. They can start coming in. And what you need to do, and you need to make sure that you do the right way, is you start conversations with them and try to get them on a phone call. And so this makes it very, very easy to convert the lead because they already like you and they trust you because they came to you. It's a lot easier to close sales when they come to you as a lead. And so I need you to understand how many there truly are in your city. And there's 2 reasons why we go after service businesses. 1, they're willing to pay you a whole lot more money because they set aside money for marketing because they're actual real businesses. And 2, they need your help. There are hundreds of them in your city, as you can see, and they need your help because right now they're relying on Google and word of mouth, and it's absolutely brutal. And if you could help them build a local brand using content plus local ads, aka the hybrid method, you will take over your city and no videographer will be able to catch up with you. So now that you understand how to bring in leads every single day on autopilot, you now need step number 2 and step number 3, which is offer that you need that gets people results that we could charge more, and 2, how to actually book in these leads. That way they become high ticket clients within the next 7 days, and so you can have a profitable videography business. And so I made a video that breaks down exactly how this works. It's helped over 175 plus videographers. Check it out. It's right here.